Welcome back to the Manc Entrepreneur YouTube channel, and in today's episode I want to talk to you about the question, should you go to university? Now this is, I guess, a bit of a follow-up to the whole what's going wrong with schools and why they're failing entrepreneurs question. And this is a subject which I got asked in one of the groups that I'm a part of probably well over a month ago now, and I've only just got around to making this sort of public video for it. And this seems to be a common theme right now amongst young people, and that is, should I go to university, or is it a waste of time? Is it a waste of money? And would I be better off spending that time and money doing something else, doing something for myself, or whatever it is it may be? So firstly, to answer that question, we need to kick off with the fact that there is no right answer for every single person. No, there is a right answer for every single person, but it changes depending on who you are and what it is you want to do. So I can't generically say yes, you should go to university, or no, you shouldn't go to university, because it depends on what it is that you want out of life and where you're at and all that sort of stuff. So to put this into some sort of perspective, is that I went to university. If you didn't know already, when I was in sixth form and sort of going through school I did business studies, and it was never made clear that I could run my own business or anything like that. It was all about, you could go and work in a business and do something along those lines, which is not exactly useful. So I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew business was something which interested me, but I don't know. I always remember my dad, who, again, very successful business person. He never had any sort of formal business training. No, didn't go to any marketing. I mean, he went to courses when he was already started business, but no formal education in any sort of business-related stuff. So with that said, it was a case for me. Well, mate, Manchester traffic. Anyway, I was at university, didn't know what I wanted to do, and the only thing that I was really good at, or was interested in when it came to sort of education, was history and politics. They were the two classes which I had an interest in and I was very good at. So what do you do when you're in sixth form? Everyone in education is telling you to you have to go to university, otherwise you'll be a failure all your life. No, if I knew then what I knew now, but still. So that's what I did. I found a course doing history and politics at Leeds, and I did 3 years at university. The last year was incredibly difficult. I didn't want to be there. I was bored. I didn't like the course. I was forced to do a dissertation on a subject which I couldn't care less about, and it was pretty miserable. And I look back now, and I knew once I'd finished my degree that there was, the only thing that I knew for certain was that I didn't want a career in history or politics. So that was a long and expensive way to rule one thing out, if that makes sense. So that's sort of my experience, and it's not the best experience. The one thing I would say university did do was teach me a lot about people. It taught me how to deal with people. Not deal with, that sounds very sort of final, doesn't it? How to communicate with and talk to and get on with people from different backgrounds whom I previously had not experienced before. It taught me how to see things from another person's perspective, which again is a very important trait, but not necessarily one which could have, I could have got that elsewhere, and it's probably a part of growing up as well, as you meet new people. But I do attribute that to largely being at university, being forced to mix in circles which I previously wouldn't have mixed in. But for me, like I said, if I knew what I knew now, and it's very hard because we're sort of at, we're sort of butterfly effect, isn't it? In case of if I had my time again, would I go back and change anything? No, I wouldn't, because I might not be where I am now, and I wouldn't take that risk. However, if I didn't know where I was now, would I tell myself to go to university? No, I wouldn't. I would have told myself to get started in e-commerce hands-on a lot sooner. Started back, the money that I was, spending to live at uni, buy products, sell them online. That would have been the route that I would have gone down, and I would have started a lot earlier. Now, the question I would throw a question to you is that if you don't know whether university is for you or not, is you need to be sort of true to yourself and ask yourself, what is it that you want to do for the rest of your life? and that question is ridiculous. It is. But instead, what makes you happy? And I mean, we're not talking playing video games with your mates and going out drinking. What interests you to a level where you could monetize it, and that you could turn it into a business, into something that has value which people will pay for? That is the key. And if you can do that, that is what I would focus on. You don't need to go to university to do that. And I think right now we're in this sort of resurgence where, I was in a generation where we were told, go to university or you'll never get a job and you'll be homeless. And I think now we're moving much more towards, again, probably just due to the development of the internet and everything else, is that we're now working in a society where we realise people can make it on their own. People don't necessarily have to go and waste 3 years and get, £30,000-40,000 worth in debt in order to walk out with a certificate, only for them then to turn up to a job interview or to apply to a job to be told that they're not experienced enough. I think young people are realising very quickly there's a lot of bullshit around the education system here in the UK, at least. I'm not sure what it's like in US, Canada, Australia, but here in the UK there's still a few problems, and they're showing no signs of going away anytime soon. So with that said, if you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, an accountant, an architect, anything like that where a degree is necessary, then obviously you have to go to university. If you are watching me right now, chances are you are slightly entrepreneurial, if not fully entrepreneurial, and you already know the answer. You have to ask the question, is your £30,000, is your £30,000 and 3 years of your time a good enough investment in yourself? Is that going to teach you something which you can't get elsewhere? And I think a lot of people rush into the decision about going to university. Remember that you can still go to university when you're 25, when you're 30. There's someone on my course who was in university at 50. You can be a mature student. You can go back and you can try get you can go and get your degree or your masters, whatever it is, at a later stage. You don't have to do it straight out of sixth form or college. Maybe the best bet is to try something on your own first. Take a year out and sit. Don't do the whole gap year bollocks and I'm going to go and find myself. It's shit. Don't do that. That's an excuse for lazy people. Instead, take a chance on you. Take some of that money that you would have spent at university and invest in yourself. Whether it be going on a course to learn code, whether it be buying some stock in order to sell it online, whatever it might be. Maybe it's time to take a chance on you. We live in now. I've said it a million times. Today is the perfect day, the perfect situation, the perfect environment for anyone to start a business online. And yeah, if you can get ahead of this wave right now, then that's how you're going to win. So should you go to university or not? I would say if you're aspiring to be in a profession where a degree is necessary, and by necessary I mean like one of the you know, the old traditional professions, doctors, accountants, lawyers, all that sort of stuff, then yeah, absolutely, you'll need the degree. But if you're a little bit more business minded, do you go and do a business degree? I would say not. I would say go and get your hands-on experience. Go on, mate. Do you want a written invitation? Christ. Go and get some experience, hands-on, and see how it goes. Take a chance on you. It's like you've got loads of time right now. If you're just finishing college, thinking about university, take a year for you and see what you can do. And if after that year you think university is for you, or you think that you missed out on going to university, go for it. Apply a year later. It's not the end of the world. So you've joined me on my journey to the driving range today. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. I've been working all morning. I escaped early on this bank holiday to go and take some me time. But with that said, let me know what you think. If you've got any specific questions about further education, about university, sixth form, what you think that you should do, let me know down below in the comments section, and I'd more than happily give you advice on a one-to-one level, and, you know, tell me more about your situation, what it is you want, and I'd tell you what I would do for what it's worth. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you are new. There's new content every single weekday. I'm not always in the car on the mobile with probably some ropey audio, but with that said, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch you as always in the next video. Thank you for watching.